So when you arrive at work, where they treat you like an idiot, where they don't respect you, where they humiliate you around every corner, they don't want to teach you anything, they don't want to show you anything, that's irrelevant. You tell yourself, I am here to work. This is my mind, my attitude, my choices. I will decide how I respond. If they come to you and they say to you, I don't know what you are doing here, you don't deserve this position, you say, no what, thank you. That's your opinion. What can you say when someone agrees with you? You're going to look like an idiot if you say it. If someone says to you, like, you are stupid, and you respond, that's your opinion. What else can they say? They will end up looking like the fool instead of you looking like the fool, because now you want to say, hoe kan jy vir my sê dat ek stupid is? Wie dan jy, wie as jy om dit vir my te sê? No, you're going to waste your energy. But if you say, that's your opinion, because you have concluded when you woke up in the morning, you said, my peace, my attitude, my choices, my happiness. And you say, I will not allow anyone to distract me from this. That's how you deal with it. You know how you keep workplace feuds alive. Trust me. I kept one alive for 3 long years. I know. You know how you keep it alive? By always bickering, always fighting, always feel that you must have the last say. And it doesn't serve you anything. You are the biggest loser, not the person who says those things about you. Let them say. You know, I cannot say it enough. What your opinion and your belief and your perception about me, it's irrelevant. I have no control about what you think of me, what you say of me behind my back. That I cannot do anything about it, because your perceptions and your opinions and your beliefs are based on your experiences. I didn't walk in your shoes. So if you have, whether you have a good or a bad opinion about me, there's nothing I can do about it. But what can I do? I can change my attitude. I can change my belief and my mindset. And doing those things, it starts with one thought at a time. One thought, good thought, that you hold on to with all your life, as if your life depends on it. If now, look, workplaces, relationships, and money are the 3 places or the 3 things that causes us the most stress and unhappiness. If you are in a desperate financial situation, how do you get out of it? Because when you don't have money, it affects many things. And stop buying into this thing that, oh no, there's a virtue in poverty. There's no virtue in poverty. Poverty is crippling, debilitating, it's humiliating, it's embarrassing, and it's the biggest thief and killer of our time. So do not come and say to me that poverty is okay. It's absolute nonsense, and we need to stop it. Because poverty is the biggest breed for desperation. Poverty is the killer of dreams. So never ever support poverty or struggle. Never. The first thing, when you are in a financial difficulty and your whole life is stumbling down, you need to stop accepting that this is how it's meant to be. It's not. And it's not God punishing you. Don't blame God. He's not able or capable of punishing you. When you are in financial difficulty, think about the one thing that you want the most right now, that you cannot afford because you don't have the money. Not because you can't afford, because it's too expensive. the thing that you can't afford because you don't have the money. It's not even a big thing. It's a simple thing. Because when you are in a financial difficulty, even buying the most basic things becomes almost impossible. For lots of people, the first thing that gets you is not being able to buy food when you go through a financial struggle. Because if you live in this beautiful house and you've paid the bond and you've paid the car and you don't have money for food, how do you then go to the neighbors and say, can you give me something to eat? You can't. How do you go and say to your children, I can't even afford a 40 Rand burger, way before that was your lifestyle? So then what do you do when you are in that desperate financial situation? You can pay things. But once the bond or the rent is paid, the car is paid, petrol has been put in, there's nothing left. You go to your cupboards and you touch them and you say, these cupboards are filled to overflow with every single food I desire. You go to your fridge and you declare, and you say it, and you claim it. You start with the basics. Before you aim high, you need to understand the meaning of the little steps. You need to understand the importance of believing and trusting that today I'm being taken care of. And you say that. You say today, all my needs are met. Everything is provided for. You say that and you believe it and you claim it. Even when you look around you and there is absolutely nothing to confirm what you are saying. You declare what you see. And remember, I say to you, this will be the most difficult thing that you will ever do. Because you need to say and declare something that you cannot even see. You don't even see your way out. There's no money coming in. None. And on top of that, you still have people nagging on your head. Why don't we see you? Why don't you go out anymore? And all you want is to get through the day where you don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about paying the bond, paying the rent, paying the car, the basic things. You don't want to worry about that. And you say and you believe that every need is met. You say, I have everything that I need and more. You stop playing small. You stop being dictated by the lack that you see. You stop believing that this is all there is. Because you reach a point where you give up. You say, you know what? Maybe this is all there is to life. You know what? Maybe I was just meant to struggle like that. Right? You need to give up. But you don't stay giving up. And then you give yourself one day or maybe an hour every day to be as miserable as you can, and you cry as much as you can. You cry like a baby. You cry without holding back. You cry without restraint. You cry for all the losses, all the disappointments, all the pain, all the fear. You cry for everything. You need to. You cry until you will feel that you don't have any tears left, and then you cry some more. Stop wanting to be strong. Being strong is a myth, and it's a lie. You need to break down in your private space. If you don't break down in your private space, you are going to go out there and break down with people through insults, aggression, and swearing and being unpleasant, and they had nothing to do with your situation. So you need to get all that pain and fear out of your system. And then you cry. Because what crying does, it relieves you of that load. But you need to cry. If you don't, it will sit in your body until you will feel as heavy as lead.